everyone, and welcome to another week of This Week in Eorzea, the only Final Fantasy XIV news show hosted by us. You know who we are, right? Us. These us.
We're humans, I think.
Debbie and this person over here.
I'm Pyra sometimes.
You're Pyra sometimes.
Occasionally.
There's Asha, who is just being a little bit of a pain right now, which is why I am a little bit weirded out. I kind of, people are getting vibes like, does someone have a gun pointed at her off stream? No, it's just her. Because she likes to jump on top of my computer monitor. And on top of my computer tower. And my keyboard. I hope everyone has had a fantastic week. I've had a little bit of a day. I was my first day back to work after my surgery, so I'm a little bit sore and undone. But I am here in the best of my capacity, so we'll get through this. We'll talk some Final Fantasy. Yeah.
We're here. I like a little bit of non-Final Fantasy talk. My drive to work, it's like everybody just woke up out of a hibernation. Literally, even last week, I was like, okay, this isn't bad. This week was like chaos. So you're not alone, Debbie. Everybody is just trying to figure out how do no more holidays for a year.
Well, that's why I titled the stream what I did, is because that's exactly what the game is feeling like right now too. Is we're kind of waking up after the holidays and being like, okay, what's the year actually going to look like? Because even through the Savage release, like everything's kind of still felt like the first couple of weeks of January still feel Christmassy. Like the neighbors next door still have the stuff up in their lawn. Like, it's.
I'm that neighbor. It's
You're that neighbor.
Especially with the snow. I'm like, it'll come down when it melts.
That's fair. I took the Christmas wreath off of our door as I got home today. Yeah. But I mean, we took our inside decorations down last weekend, so Yeah.
That was me Friday too. I was like, inside, I was like, I need a change of pace, and took it all down, and now it's like, all right, I guess it's actually for real this time, back to going to life as normal.
Yeah. So that's kind of what the game feels like too. So let's get into some news. Being a Final Fantasy 14 news podcast and all, let's talk about some news. Not a lot on the lodestone, to be honest. We got free login campaign.
Free login!
How do I do this? How do I share the screen? There we go. Free login campaign, January 9th to February 9th, an entire month, where usually there's a stipulation that you have to have been unsubscribed for a certain amount of time to qualify for this. Eligibility requirements. You have to have previously purchased and registered 14, have registered service accounts, must be set as inactive during the campaign period, and you must have been inactive for at least 30 days. Yeah. And during that time, you can play for 4 days, including the day on which you first log into the launcher.
Yeah. I mean, not bad. I always say that this is the perfect opportunity for folks if you are maybe coming back to the game or like considering coming back to the game, maybe you took a hiatus, or if you have like a friend who you want to kind of like get back in, it might be the good time to coerce them. Of course, you can't just have your sub run out today and take advantage of this tomorrow because they set up to not have people game the system like that. But this is a perfect opportunity for you or a friend who's just stepped away, and time to dip your toe back in. And see what you want.
Yeah. Hey, Brike. Happy Monday. So yeah, maybe you just unsubscribed since Dawn Trail, or maybe just since the patches came in, and you want to know if maybe now is the time you want to come back, or if you want to wait until 7.5. Why not play for a couple of days and see if you're feeling it? So. Yep. Actually, I think that might be entirely what that's for. Just dip your toe in the water and see if it's to the temperature of your liking. Yeah.
Exactly. I think this is also helpful too. Like, I have a few friends definitely not the demographic for this audience who are watching this podcast, but it's like they're folks who like maybe want to play like a few days every few months. And so like for that, if you want to get that friend back in to kind of do a couple things, like this is perfect. This is kind of what it's made for, if not trying to get people back fully into the game.
Exactly. Yeah. I just realized that I had been reading all of this and hadn't actually tabbed over to this tab, so there you go. That's the information on the screen for those viewers who are watching on video. Yeah. You've got until February, so at any point, come check it out again. New optional items. What are they doing to us? Garnet from Final Fantasy IX will be added as an optional item starting on the 9th. So it should already be up here.
Oh, it's available.
Oh,
I've seen so many people already in this get up.
Have you?
As a non-Final Fantasy IX player, or like anything, I was just like, what is this? Until I had to look up the references. Like, oh, okay. Because a lot of people are dyeing it black, and so it's just a black, like, leather-looking suit. Onesie.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's something, isn't it? Debbie's completely unfiltered reaction there. Wow. That's a thing
something.
That's in game. That you can buy with real human dollars if you so choose. I mean, the boots are kind of nice.
They're kind of neat.
So what all do you get for $12 US? You get the overalls, the gloves, and the boots. I mean,
I'm
honestly,
the overalls are like a one. They glamour your pants and your top. It looks like it's
cannot
like a full
equip
body
gear to the legs. So it's a body and legs piece combined.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, for $12, that's kind of
That's not
lower than I
bad.
expected. I expected it to be in the $18 range. So there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. The featured item will be available for purchase after the maintenance ends on Friday. It's an indefinite thing. It's an indefinite thing. I don't know. Ever since they threw in those limited time ones, I'm now like, okay, does it say an end date? Like, how many other things are they going to take
weird.
away? Yeah.
Yeah, anytime they do something like that, it's honestly the weirdest thing, because it's like, is it a licensing thing? But then, like, you're making me pay cash for it? Like, it just feels odd.
And then that's it. That's already the new news on the Lodestone.
Yeah.
Not too much going on.
I feel like, so this year already, even like the past 2 weeks has gone by so fast, I feel like we're going to hear less and less now that Savage has come out. I don't feel like we're going to get a ton before FanFest.
No, I think at this point in time, if there is anything new and exciting, they're going to wait to just kind of announce it at that point in time, or to start getting people hyped for it. So, yeah, I think you're right. I think February is news-wise probably going to be pretty slow for the game.
Totally.
What happened last week? So we were really excited. We last met the day before Savage dropped. What happened with Savage?
So Savage dropped. Words are hard. Savage dropped. It has been a fun tier so far, I will say for myself. I know I am somebody who kind of casually follows the World First Race, so we got to see that, and I don't know if we want to dive in all the way deep on that topic, but
Yeah, I mean, so how far are you in it?
I am up to I've gotten to Enrage on M10S, which is like the fastest I've progged a raid tier so far. Like, I've been raiding for almost a decade now, and this is definitely the fastest. So I think it's a mix of like ease and then myself also getting better, maybe at raiding.
Right. I get a good help, but yeah, I was gonna say, like, what
Yeah.
seems to have made the difference? Like, is your team utilizing the strategy board, or is it just people have good strats this time in, or is the raid tier just a little easier?
Yes. I'm gonna say yes to all three. All three.
Okay.
So my group has actually really utilized the strategy board way more than I thought. One of the hugest advantages, I think, to the strategy board that we've gotten so far is the ability to have that up on your screen while you're in the fight. And being able to kind of like flip through mechanics. There have also been some like third-party websites that people have been using, not third-party tools, but like they've been making a strategy board and then sharing the link externally somewhere so that folks can also like stick to a certain strat, because the community is trying to really stick to like set it in stone sooner, I think, of like, this is the party finder strat for like NA. This is the strat that we want to go with. So yeah, I think like my group has definitely been highly utilizing the strategy boards. I've been highly utilizing the strategy boards and progging. That's a huge advantage. And then on top of that too, I think the fights so far are a little easier in complexity of the mechanics, just fast. So the level of understanding the puzzle is pretty easy, I think, in comparison to other Savages, at least through 10. But just like the rapid succession is just like do. So it's like really the thinking on your toesies a little bit.
For sure. And I mean, my first experience with that was waking up I guess 4 hours after the Savage tier started, turning on Mog Talk's live stream and seeing them already at fight 3. And I'm like, oh my god, it's only been 4 hours or 5 hours. Like, what is going on? So they cleared these things incredibly fast.
I will say, though, I don't remember, like, please correct me if you know the actual times or anything in the chat, but I feel like it's been a while since we've seen a multi-day Savage prog, and they were into day 2. Like, the groups who cleared M12, the entire tier, it took into the second day. Like, it was like 26 hours, maybe? 27 hours. So that we haven't seen in a while, to my knowledge, which was exciting. Like, it was exciting, like, waking up the next day on the Wednesday and people are still progging. And I'm like, yes, this is great. This is what we waited for.
No, you're right. At the same time, like, the beginning went really, really fast, and then there was a huge period of time where nothing really happened. I did get the pleasure of tuning in and hearing the casters talk and watching the other streams and that sort of thing. And the casters were all incredibly entertaining streamers in their own right, and they were talking about it in a very engaging way. So it felt fun to watch, even if you don't know much about anything.
Yeah. Right, any part of that.
Yeah. So you can see the final kind of rankings here on the screen. Lucrezia is a Japanese party, so they got it first. Banana Codex came in, 2 hours later, not even 2 hours later.
And they're a newer group, too.
Well, that's
I believe this might be their first time doing a World First race as Banana Codex, and it's like, what?
Everyone was saying that they would have been really impressed if they made top 5, but they made second place. So
right.
So that was kind of a little bit of a underdog situation there, seeing them really competing. Because there was only an hour difference on the M4 M11 clear. Yeah.
Right. I mean, even M10, they got World First M10 clear.
Yeah.
So that's where it was. I remember, because I kind of tuned in a little bit. If you work where I do, no, you don't. I kind of tuned in while I was working remotely, and like I was listening to it while I was like doing a bunch of my busy work, and they pulled ahead for a while, and it was like, oh, we got competition. Like we got some new blood in the ranks. Like,
yeah,
it was exciting.
No, absolutely. Thank you, Zoe, for the resub. Thank you so much. Yeah. And then, like you said, there's very clearly the gap where Lucrezia went to bed at 12:30 p.m. Pacific and got up again and started and cleared in the morning. So I saw their screen and they were just like, yeah, we need to nap. But at that point, I mean, they had been progging for a lot, like over
Yeah.
12 hours, 14 hours straight, which is just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, and that break was only like 2 to 3 hours. So I don't think they actually got to sleep.
Oh god.
They literally went about almost the full 27 hours straight.
It's not healthy. It's not healthy.
I mean, I can't say it's the first time I've heard of a JPT doing something like that. And not even just for Final Fantasy. I feel like a lot of like the esports world for like I just feel like that's such a like you get ready mentally and physically for weeks and then you like that burst of energy. It's a race. It's literally a race. Like you're trying to get to the finish line. But it pulled off. I mean, they got, world first for the entire race, and 3 out of the 4 fights world first as well, which is pretty wild.
Yeah. No, I mean kudos to them, because this isn't just playing a game for that number of hours. It's encountering mechanics that you've never seen before, no one has seen before, and troubleshooting a way through it faster than anyone else. Like, this is amazing stuff. Yoshi P, I don't think, has said anything publicly about it, but we kind of didn't expect that because he said a couple world races ago that he didn't want to anymore because of the controversies. So
Right.
He's kind of stopped officially endorsing it. But I haven't heard anything negative about this run at all so far. Have you?
I have not, knock on wood. I mean, luckily it seems pretty legit, and I know Frosty and Mogtalk, they have a really incredible operation from everything I've seen to like confirm legitimacy, to really like get all the information from the teams before declaring final winners. So they do recommend certain things of the groups. Anybody who is racing, even if you're not live streaming the footage, I believe they do need you to like record it and send it into them, and so like they do a really good job at kind of keeping tabs on those type of things, fortunately.
Absolutely. And they did vet other streams. So if someone popped in and said, oh, well, this streamer here is technically ahead, they would go check. And if there was any sign of them using external tools or anything, then they would report back that unfortunately that didn't qualify for their world race.
Right.
But yeah, so I mean, I like that there's sort of an officialness to it. That
Definitely.
People can kind of rally behind and support. And so I think it was a win. I think it was a win.
I do too. It's wild too. Like, I will say it's too late for the rest of, Dawn Trail even perhaps until we get like another Ultimate. But I will always say, if you have a chance to like watch a world first race in real time, even if you're not a raider, do it. It is such a camaraderie of just like all things Final Fantasy, and you don't even need to like be rooting for a team. Like, I was rooting for teams and I don't even know who these people are. Like, I'm like, is this how normal people feel with like sports and stuff? Like, is that how that works?
Go sports ball, yeah.
Go sports ball, kick the ball, I think. But no, it was a lot of fun, like watching and listening to it. I remember even like one of my someone I know who was casting during the clear. I was listening because I wanted to listen to him, and of course it was during the Lucrezia clear. So I'm in my car driving to work, and I'm listening to YouTube live, and they're like, they're gonna make it. And as soon as they made it, I like cheered in my car. I was like, yes, go Lucrezia! But it's just like it's just good vibes all around.
Just a little bit invested, hey?
Just a little bit. I mean, and look how much these groups invest. Like, Lucrezia has a full second static that was also top 13, by the way. These groups, like, this is their, some of them, like, actually with like esports, like, this is their full-time job. Like, they do this. And so like there will be like a bunch of people even not in the static just like writing notes and like making notes and like trying to map out strats on the side. It's pretty wild. Like, it is intense. It is definitely more than I would personally ever do, but it is such a fun process to watch go down.
Awesome. There is another kind of world race record that was set in the past few days here, and that is a fishing world race. Now I've been following Fruity Snacks on Blue Sky, and he's been posting for a while that they were still trying to catch all the fish from the latest expansion, and it has taken the longest time ever to find all of the fish of an expansion, and they just found the last big fish on the 10th. So I guess that was like 2 days ago.
Jeez.
Now that was from the patch that launched, weeks prior to Savage dropping. So it's taken that long to find this fish. Yeah, fishing Savage. Oh my god.
Jeez.
And so they had
That's
a list.
wild.
Well, first they have to find out kind of how many fish they're expecting in the patch, and then they go through, and these fishers, just like these Savage racers, these fishers have to find a fish by eliminating circumstances. So the fish can be available with any bait in any weather, in any pond in the area. So you really have to just fish forever and hope to maybe catch something different. And you have to fish during different times, and weather's a factor too, and day or night is a factor. So it just crazy that they finally got it. It's a fish that has now its next window is Friday morning, and it's only a 5-minute window, and then it isn't catchable again for another 34 days. So again, just like Savage Raiders, like Savage Fishers, like, oh my god,
That's
guys.
wild. Would you say, Debbie, that it's official? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Listen, if people love fish jokes, like, follow Fruity Snacks. I cannot recommend the dude enough. Like, he is my fishing guru. He actually is holding fishing meetups in person a couple of times a year now, corresponding with like
I think too.
Corresponding with cons and events and stuff. So definitely follow him if you are a aficionado for fishing.
I love it. That's great. Pirates in jail? No! Someone's proud of me, at least.
Someone's proud of you. Mixed reactions.
Proud of me, go to jail. It happens. Sounds like my regular life.
You win some, you lose some. Coming events, we've got Heaven's Turn that is ending midweek. I think first thing Thursday morning is when it ends.
Yes.
I finally did mine.
Ooh, Fortune.
Listen, I'll show you.
I'll
show you.
It could be either a good thing or a bad thing.
This is Debbie's Fortune. I did okay, let me just show you the video.
Okay.
And then we'll sorry for the text up in the screen. My cat was typing on my keyboard. My cat is always typing on my keyboard. Okay. This cute little cutscene is just amazing, though. Oh. It's too small, so I have to make it bigger.
Oh. Oh, no.
Grave misfortune. Mwah, mwah.
Was this your first poll, too?
This was my first poll, yeah. This is the true fortune for all,
all
the people. Yeah. So, it's gonna be a year, guys. It's gonna be a year. But then I did the Heaven's Turn event. So again, that is ending really quick. So if anyone still needs to get it done, get it done. It took me 35 minutes to do the Heaven's Turn event. That's the rest of the 30 minutes on this video is me doing that event because my cat was continuously on my keyboard the entire time. So
love it.
But yeah. That was my fortune. Yours was better than that, I remember. Yours was better than that.
Yeah, I got great fortune. Sorry.
Okay, I pulled another one at the end. Like this is me going all over the place with the cute little Unicolt. What a
Aw.
fantastic little quest.
I love that little minion. He's so adorable.
And at the end, I'm like, okay, I need to pull another fortune. Listen, I can't let it go down that way.
Hey, they wouldn't allow you to keep doing it if it wasn't, As with anything in life, the more money you have to spend, the more luck you get.
It's 100 gil a try, and he will give you unlimited tries, so you can keep going until you find the fortune you want. It's like how many fortune cookies can you eat? I mean, eventually.
Yes.
We get small fortune.
We'll take it. Yeah, we'll take it. After grave misfortune, we're only looking up.
It took pity on me, and it's like, okay, have a little fortune. It's fine. Thanks, Yoshi P. Thank you. But I mean, that's what makes this event great, I think, is the humility of it all. Humility of it all. We got fashion report news.
Ooh. Das Fashion.
Das Fashion. Stop showing that. Now, fashion report, I didn't pay attention the last few weeks. Yeah, no break. Actually, I will bring that up though. The grave misfortune actually doesn't say terrible things. It says you have grave misfortune, but it actually tells you what you can do to avoid it. The steps that you can take, the positive steps you can take to combat and minimalize the misfortune. So yes, that is true. That is true. So the fashion report has actually changed hands. And I don't know if you knew this. Kyoto Store no longer posts it to Reddit. The template is still being used, but it's by a different person. And I do want to share this because I think it's important for people to know, because I didn't even really pay attention or know. So the fashion report is still posted to the Final Fantasy XIV Reddit. It's by Goddess Strafe instead of Kyoto Star. And so it uses the same template. So we can see for the fashion report ending today, if anyone still hasn't done it yet, you need a great purple dye, a bark brown dye, and those can both be found from the same dye vendor that we did last week. Dyeable hands gear, soot black, and then it says best man's gaiters, but I bought the cotton dress shoes from Guaiter as well for 783. That was a number. That was a number, and that still worked, and I have proof of it because I recorded it. I recorded it on this video here. Oh, that was the other tip of the week. Oh. It's a. Have you unlocked the Beast Tribe in Falgar's Float, the Ixal?
Yeah, many years ago.
So the tip of the week. Interjecting here. The tip of the week is you can actually
find a cat.
Ow. You can actually buy soot black and white dye from the Ixal vendors. They're the only place you can get it other than making it yourself or buying it off the market board. Hello. Yeah.
Cats.
What can you do? She owns the house. That. I just rent here.
Yeah.
Screen. Window.
I think I heard purring. That was precious.
Oh, she totally has ASMR'd. ASMR'd? Is that a verb? One of my streams before by just like breathing into the microphone for a little bit. Everyone really liked it, actually. You can tune in for cat purrs. Where's the video here? the Ixel vendor. Now, I think you have to progress in their storyline at least a little bit to unlock all these things. But Sid Black and Snow White, right there for 216 gil. Usually sells for more than that on the market board because other than this, it just needs to be crafted. So,
it's a good tip.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually forgot about that too. It's been a while since I've had to get those dyes, so.
I mean, you can sometimes get Snow White, I think, in the Vault dungeon. But Bone White is, I think, a lot more not popular.
Common.
Frequent. I don't think I need to show people dyeing it. Okay, so these were the cotton shoes. Like I said, sorry, instead of the other ones, these cotton shoes you can buy. Look at how amazing I look.
Fabulous. Oh
Fabulous.
My. You look like you're almost rocking a Gaston color scheme. Not the same clothes, but the color scheme. I'm like,
yeah, look at those shoes. Totally match. Totally match.
Hey,
got it. Okay. Here's another tip of the week, actually. I'll leave it up for just 1 second because we can get in a second tip of the week here. If your free company has a MGP bonus that they happen to put up on the weekend, you can get 66,000 instead of 60,000.
Yeah.
Hey.
I also do that. I save, I think I've said this before, but tip of the week. I will get the squadron battle manuals because that's the level, like essentially level grade 3 MGP buff, and I'll wait till Saturday because then I have my one-stop shop. I do my daily mini cackpot, I do the jumbo cackpot, I do my weekly quick mini games, and then the fashion report. So it's like you do a handful of those, you make a good, possibly 100k something if you're really lucky.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So speaking, I don't even know now if you said something about this or if I just made it up in my head.
Well,
now I don't know.
Find out.
Speaking, what about voice actors? What's going on?
Oh, we haven't talked about that here. We talked about that pre-show. So with Arcadian, going back to the talk about Arcadian, with Arcadian coming out this past week, the heavyweight, Square Enix decided to start confirming on their social media channels and other places the voice actors, or some of the voice actors for the tier, for the entire 12 things. The most surprising one, I don't know if we should start with most surprising first.
Yeah, let's wow them.
Arcadian Brute Bomber, the voice for Brute Bomber is the same English voice actor for Eorzea.
What? Okay. Hands up in chat if you saw that one coming. My God.
Literally two complete opposite ends of the spectrum. That would, as soon as I saw that one, I think my jaw dropped and I had to look like 3-4 times. I was like, there's no way, but there is a way. Brute Bomber, also Eorzea. So the more you know. There were some other fun ones too. Black Cat. I'm only going to talk about the English voice actors because this is an English.
That's fair.
Podcast at least. Black Cat was also voiced by Meryl Ansah, I think the name is, who also voiced the Meso Terminal. Honeybee Lovely was voiced by Anaris Quinones. I'm so sorry, I probably butchered the name. Who also voiced the sisters Nostalgia and Wayakwe.
I was gonna say, sorry, Dawn Trail, I have butchered all of your names.
I'm so terrible. I would love to learn, and I can barely read anything ever. Brute Bomber, of course. Timothy Watson, Eorzea, and Brute Bomber. Wicked Thunder, who is Jay Jacobs, also voiced Hilda in Lim Lane. So those are two very recurring people in 14.
God, when's the last time we saw Hilda?
It's been a while.
It's been a hot minute.
Probably maybe Shadowbringers or maybe Endwalker.
I feel like
everybody again
recently. Yeah, we went and talked to her for something. Yeah, recently.
Yeah. And then the last one that at least they show on Reddit, because somebody in Reddit luckily pulled all the information together. Well, Debbie's coming back.
Sorry.
No, you're good. The voice of Sugar Riot, Jamie Barbakoff, one of those, also voiced Serena and Beck Lug. So that one was also like weird, but as soon as I kind of thought about it, I was like, wait a second, that tracks.
Okay. Today you learned. Today I learned too.
Today I learned.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to get to know those things, I think.
I think it's like fun little nuggets in the community of like lore. Cause I mean, like, these are the one that is not Arcadian themed, but I did teach Debbie about earlier, was that Jason Charles Miller, who is the lovely singer for a bunch of the songs from Shadowbringers Onward, I think. Yeah, Shadowbringers Onward. Also voiced A Realm Reborn, Raban. Or, you know.
That's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
It's not.
I can't even make different tones of my voice for stream.
It's so fun. I just love seeing too, like, it. Oh my purrs. Oh my goodness.
There's some free ASMR. Okay.
Free ASMR. Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. What are we not talking about? Like, listen, we're just not talking about DDoS. Again, we're just not talking about it. Stop asking us to talk about it. No. It is a question because a lot of new players now are encountering it and asking what is going on. Like, what is this? Why is this happening? Why would people attack Final Fantasy? What is going on? The problem is it's been a problem for quite some time. They know it's a problem. They announce weekly that it's a problem, and they are not fixing the problem. And the fact that it's happening, of course, during high volume times, like after a Savage release, a lot of people lost Savage prog because of it. With crafting, a lot of people are losing expensive mats because of it. So
map farms too. It'll kick you out and you lose the map.
Yeah. So it is starting to become. I say starting to become. It's been a problem for a long time now, years, but it's starting to become a very big problem. And some fans / players have kind of traced it to a node, I think in California, that some horrible people have found vulnerabilities in and keep bringing it down, and the IP service provider of the area is not able to keep it under control. Allegedly, Square Enix has a lengthy contract with that service provider for those servers and is not able to back out of it without cost to themselves. So they're trying to sweep it under the rug. It's not actually a game service outage, so Square Enix is not putting up anything to foot the bill in terms of giving players compensation, because technically the servers aren't going down. Just North American players' connections to it. They have said that some people who are on PlayStation Network or on various VPNs are not affected. This is, again, just allegation. I don't know specifically. No one's been able to give me a concrete example of someone who has tried using a VPN and that no longer affected them. So what do you think about this whole mess that we're not talking about again?
Yeah, so the only additional information that I've heard, and again, I don't research this stuff to extensive limits, so Please correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody, but I believe it's not even just 14 that's getting targeted with this recent surge of attacks. It's just like that kind of node or data center or whatever. So it's like even other big websites that use this service are also having issues, and we're just getting kind of the crap end of the stick. I know, so my husband definitely tried some of the VPN tricks or like whatever that they have, which is like a totally legitimate thing. You know, a lot of people use a VPN service. Success rate 20% of the time, I think he didn't get disconnected, but still 80% of the time he did. So that was just his experience with it, and that's like kind of going off of my memory too. So it's not a foolproof way to not get disconnected. That being said too, like this has definitely been a highly stressful, highly frustrating recurring issue. Like you said, it's been at this point years. I feel like we really started hearing about this and it kept happening. But the thing that's like really been upsetting in recent months, I would say the past like patch or two, is how much it's affecting gameplay. So like it's one thing to kick you out, and also it's another thing like to wait in queue to get back in. Like that's already frustrating enough, but when people are like, when we're progressing a new raid tier, new savage, and like people getting kicked out in the middle of their prog points when it's taken them possibly hours to get through to those things. I've had recently where, you know, we're in a map party and you lose a map and you're like about, you know, like thank goodness we weren't like about to get a Yan or something, but it's like you're kind of in these things that are like very windowed opportunities, and it's just like at any point you could just risk it all for just playing the game. Like nothing that you could do to make it better. And I know even back when Deep Dungeon came out, that happened to us, where we just like had a full DDoS scenario and then all of our progress was lost, which I think they've fixed that there since, but it's like it's like, it's not scary, but it's like I can see how people just like rage quit the game, even if it's for like a week, because it's like you put in hours and hours and hours of work, and then like it could all be taken away in like the span of a second because of a DDoS attack. So I really hope Squeenix looks at it a little bit more soon, because of like the type of content that's mapped out without the preventative measures. It's really like, it's putting a really bad taste in players' mouths, even if it's not their fault. Just like knowing that this has been an issue for a long time now, and the frequency, and like it's people's investment of time, which is, it's precious to a lot of people. You know, time, as I will say, time is my most valuable resource. I can make money back, I can't make time back. So
yeah, no, exactly, and that's kind of why people are so frustrated about it, and the fact that we've really got very little in the way of any, not only recognition from the company, but any plans to actually fix it.
Right.
They say they have like that template notification they put up on the lodestone saying we've got notification of attacks, and then a little while later they go resolution of attacks, and they say they're continuing to work with the ISP to put in place countermeasures, but
yeah.
So every time we keep saying we're not going to talk about it, we end up talking about it again, because unfortunately this is news that is just not going away.
And it's affecting everyone too. Like that's the thing that's tough. Like it's affecting, it'd be one thing, I think, if it were only affecting like the raiders or like, you know, like one segment of the community, but it's like you got to think of the people who are casual, who maybe only have a couple hours a week to play. If you get kicked out and put in a 500, 700, like I've seen queues up to like 700 people, you might as well just log out for the night and be done. Like your night is ruined if you're getting back into a high queue. And just like new players too, like I sympathize for them who don't know what's going on, and then they see all this instability and then they're like, yeah, maybe it's a sign, you know what I mean? Like I can just see this like really affecting the entire player base. So it's like, I hope something gives soon.
Right? And unfortunately, like we're both incredible fans of the game. We've been playing it for a very long time. We fully support them in their vision and how they're going forward with the game in the future. But I mean, this is something we can't wrap our heads around. And is it simply because it's only North Americans that are affected?
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems rather weird to overlook such a large portion of your player base, but I mean, I don't know. There could be different variables in terms of being able to communicate across the seas with the ISP and that sort of thing. So, fingers crossed, not mine, but maybe someone else's who can cross their fingers. There you go. That they really do have a fix in the works that they're just waiting to tell us about as part of that good news package of the FanFest promotional material. Come back for 8.0. We fixed the DDoSing. Yeah. Otherwise, it could potentially sour the 8.0 release.
100%. It's been like. My last piece of what I'll say about this too is like a lot of things I do understand are outside of their control. I'm also somebody who's worked in business for a decade now. I get it. Like a lot of things are not as easy as just flip a switch. Everybody's happy. However, like the main overarching issue that we're having has been lasting for years, and that's where a little bit of my gripe comes from. Is like this has been a multi-month, multi-year issue. Like. Can we have a solve in any direction? Any progression of a fix would be huge.
Yeah, or just ownership. Like instead of giving us a templated post every week explaining that it's happening and that you're working on it, just say, hey, it's happening, it's going to continue to happen, and there's nothing we can do about it. Just own it. I guess right? At this point in time, right? I don't want to talk about it anymore, but
me neither.
Yeah. Now, I didn't have the hot topic flag up when we were talking about the world first race earlier. So, I mean, hot topic for the last 10 minutes of stream. Any final thoughts kind of on anything we've chatted about today? Anything we didn't mention that should have? Anything you wanted to shout out? I don't know. We got some time.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be kind of a sappy little tie off the loose ends, but even though I know for me, I'm still working my way through Savage, I'll be here for a while, getting through all the fights through M12. It's seeing that happen last week, Savage, the gates go open and it's now Savage is here. It's getting me this weird kind of victory lap for Dawn Trail, because we still have 7.5, but as somebody who has I used a lot of my identity and anchored a lot of my identity into rating, this is it till 8.0, whatever that is. So it's a nice fun and kind of aw, it's like your senior year in high school or in college. It's oh wow, and we finally made it. We've been complaining about it for years, but we're here.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So I mean, I'm guessing, considering you followed it so closely, you saw the end fight for the last tier there. The new form. The
I've seen
man.
Little bits. I have seen a little bit. I haven't been able to study it because part of me doesn't want to and part of me just did not have the time, but I did definitely choose to I didn't want to post a picture of it for the thumbnail this week, because I was in case people don't want to be spoiled of final form, because some people, one of my best friends, she's very much do not tell me what the face what it looks like. I don't want to know until we get there. But it looks wild. I'm excited for it. It looks intense. I'm ooh, we're gonna have prog for this for a while.
Yeah. No, I was watching it live when they first had that phase change. I was watching it on Mog Talk Live. and it was one of those moments where someone's like, oh my god, and then they saw that it was humanoid shaped, and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
I bet someone's gonna say this guy's hot, and then they're like, oh yeah, no, the comments have already said he's hot. It's like, yeah, okay.
We have one of those problem people in my static that we have a soundboard on Discord. Oh no, he's hot, like the Squidward, or and every single fight it doesn't matter what gender identity the boss is, but if it looks humanoid, yep, he'd smash it. And it's like, well, this wife's gonna make things.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Very well, have a nice day.
I don't know what to say. I am trying to reform a static, hopefully in the next couple of months, to start getting through extremes before the end of 7.0, so I can work on some more challenging content in 8.0 like I promised. We will see how this goes. We will see how this goes. Yeah, I'll start doing raids when I can cross my fingers.
Honestly, fair.
Anything else?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm just excited to do more in the Savage tier. I'm excited to really just look forward to FanFest. I know that sounds silly, and like we have so much time, but like I actually low-key, because this will be my first FanFest in person ever. I'm hyped. I just bought my tickets yesterday, my plane tickets.
Oh, nice.
It's way too much money. Oh my god! But to avoid an overnight cross-country flight, I had to pay more money, unfortunately. But no, I'm just hyped. I think because for me, I'm doing that real life aspect of it too, and there's like logistics and planning. I'm just so hyped for like everything between now and April, and then April onward is just gonna be it's just gonna be a marathon of news and information. So I'm ready for the please look forward to it train, honestly.
Is there one thing? I mean, we're gonna talk about this a lot. This is like pre FanFest conversation here. Is there one thing you're really looking forward to in 8.0 that you really want announced?
Ooh, I'm trying to think. I don't know if there's one specific thing. I would say the one thing that I know we won't get, that I want at some point in a future expansion, is give us reasons to go back to old zones. I'm always going to be a sucker for like, I want to reutilize the older zones we have, and I don't think that that's going to be 8.0. But that's like my, like, in a perfect world, that's what I would get. And then my other silly, my more correct, probably silly answer is give us the ability to travel between shards so that Runar and Ishtola can get back together.
Right?
That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I've been waiting for like 2 expansions. Runar and Ishtola, you know, I don't care if they're just friends. I doubt it. But like, they just need to get back together and live happily ever after. So like, that's what I'm waiting for. Truly.
I love that one, and with it mostly confirmed now that we are doing more shard hopping, knowing that Y'shtola has said multiple times in MSQ that she's working on it, that it's her primary side quest. Come on, show us the money.
I feel like at some point too, they will have to address the Y'shtola dying conversation, and I feel like they're gonna somehow say like, well, by going to this shard and by doing this thing, she reversed the process and she has to stay over there and live happily ever after. That's what I'm waiting for, so just give it to me, Yoshi P. Hurry up.
Yeah, these poor Scions have worked too hard. They need a little something.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, actually, I had something, and then that totally just was like, oh yeah, that's the thing. I can't even remember now.
Sandwich Dola.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. My stupid thing is I want them to continue working on the Grand Champion or the Grand Company ranks because I want to become Grand Champion one day.
Oh gosh,
that was my A Realm Reborn dream. That is still unfinished.
12 years later.
All right, so we've got some hopes. I can't wait to start getting into those conversations. But in the meantime, it's the middle of January. We've got too much to do in game. That was another conversation I've had with my community a couple of times. Is there still feels like too much to do. Between like the raids that just came out, the extremes, the MSQ, Occult Crescent, Pilgrim's Traverse, Cosmic Exploration, relic weapons, like there is way too much to do. And in the last couple expansions, I've been priding myself on being like ready for the next expansion, like having completed all of the things and feeling like, okay, now I'm ready to move on. But I am not gonna get there this time. There's just too much. So dealing with that is a little bit humbling when on the other side of the coin you've got people who asked for this. I know who you are. I have videos of you guys talking about it and saying there isn't enough in-game to do. Well, look what you did. Now I'm never gonna get caught up again. So I hope you're happy.
I feel that. I feel that. Like, I love this game so much and I play so much of it, and like there's so much to do. I could quit my job and I'd still have content for like months, personally.
Oh god,
So
yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. From what I understand, Cider Spider complained very loudly about there being nothing to do in game, so got challenged to do all the achievements, and is still going. So he's got content for decades. just throwing a name out there, yeah. But for me personally, I want to get in. I want to do all of that stuff. I want to play more Final Fantasy. I want to make more YouTube videos. I really want to engage more with the portion of the community that I have, like the beginners, the people looking for guides, information, tutorials in a very simple, easy to understand way. I'm sidelocked right now because it's very difficult for me to play, obviously. So for the next week or so at least, I'm still going to be doing some cozier content on the Switch because the Joy-Cons are like a quarter of the weight of a regular controller. So I'm kind of locked there for a little bit, but I am looking forward to getting back into it and actually completing things when I can. So.
Nice.
Yeah. So where are you going to be this week?
This week I'm mostly going to be doing a lot of Savage. So tomorrow I'll be doing some of my normal weekly Phasmophobia stuff, but then the rest of the week is really going to be dedicated to Savage. My group has cleared M9S, and I would say like 6/8 of us have almost cleared M10. So like some of us are trying to get there at least this upcoming week. The rest of us hopefully also, everybody caught up. So expect a lot of Savage. I'm also planning, it's a week ahead. So next weekend is my 11-year Final Fantasy anniversary.
Oh my God.
This is already 11 years. So next week I'm going to be doing a subathon to also help raise money for convention galore for the spring. So
That's
we're
legit.
doing things. We're doing a lot of different things in the upcoming week.
Okay. Well, stay busy. I'm gonna continue to focus stay busy. You do you, man. You stay busy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna focus primarily still on recovery. I don't have a set schedule. I'm just gonna stream on days I feel up to it and go from there. But I will be back next Monday, and hopefully there's some new news that we can talk about. So we don't have to talk about the things we said we don't want to talk about. And hopefully by then maybe I will have finished the 7 for MSQ. and we can talk a little bit more about maybe story stuff even. We'll see.
Excitement.
We'll see. Okay, any parting words, Pyra?
No, just have a good week, everybody. The world's a little tough out there, so just be gentle to yourself and to others, because the world's cray. So we need good community in times like these.
No, actually, that is a good point. I heard another streamer say, you need to work hard to preserve your peace. So find spaces where you can preserve your peace, and spend some time away from everything. From everything that you're otherwise exposed to. It's just so important. Even I find sometimes, even though I've really curated my space on Blue Sky and stuff, so I don't have a lot of the nonsense on it, it still seeps in. So sometimes you just have to disconnect entirely and just play with the kittens, Yeah.
Just totally valid.
Yeah. Okay, well, strive for peace as much as Wuklamut does. There you go.
Lamati.
She hurt her hand striving for peace too. Yeah. There was a cutscene with that, I think. No, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for watching. To those who chatted with us, thank you so much on Twitch and on YouTube. Thank you. We're gonna be back next week, same time, same time, same channels for more Final Fantasy XIV discussion, if not news. And yeah, thank you, Pyra, for joining me as always.
Yeah. Thank you, Debbie. Now rest up so you're tip-top shape. We need you back.
Exactly. It is so hard to be down, but I'm gonna rest up, take my surgeon's orders to heart, and get back into it as soon as I can. Take care, everyone. Love yourself as much as you love others, and we'll see you all in game. Bye.